Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we are going to be discussing my most recommended survival items for under $30. So stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we are going to be going over my most recommended survival and outdoor items for under $30. Now this will be an ongoing series, and yes, this is the kickoff episode. And one thing I want to make very clear is this is my list. And yes, of course, I am 100% positive that all of us down in the comments can circle the drain of debating over what's the best gear for a certain amount of money. However, these are the items that I have been able to test, that I have been able to bring into the channel, and that this is all gear that is budget friendly that I can recommend. So let's keep that in mind when we're going through the list. I know there are hundreds and thousands of awesome suggestions going to be out there, and a lot of people have been dropping down in the comments like, I prefer this over this, but you got to understand, I can only give recommendations about products that I've actually brought in to the channel. So this is where this video series is coming from. So you're going to be able to see a lot of gear that's going to be growing and changing and evolving. And this is only episode 1, so there's going to be a lot of gear coming in the future. One of the first items I want to talk about is about a very new company that we recently got to present the world here, well, on YouTube. Is called HAUS knives, and this particular knife is called the Summit, and this has probably been the most popular of their knife designs so far. But the thing we love about these knives are the fact that their entire line of knives are $15 or less, and we've had no blade play whatsoever. These come really sharp. Oddly enough, they come pretty close to centered. And they're just a really good use beater knife. And if you want to check that out, we're going to actually put a link down in the description box below of the video we did of testing this knife and a few others. Next up is no stranger to the channel, and this was a flashlight that, oh my gosh, impressed the ever-loving bejesus out of us. This is the Atactical A1, which is manufactured by TruArc, and we found out via email last night that it's a completely different company because they did contact us. This is a 550 lumen flashlight, and we have a full test, torture test, and review of this flashlight. This flashlight rings in at $19.99 as it stands right now, and we threw this off a 50-foot bridge, and it still works. I mean, it's just awesome. If we can put that much abuse on a flashlight that's that cheap, it's definitely going to be on the list. Next up is not an item we've reviewed before, but we do own it, and we love it, is Titan Survival Cord. And we've had 100 feet of this for quite a while, and you guys just recently saw that on my Kanteen Survival Kit 2.0 video. But the reason why we like this is this 550 paracord, but inside the strands they also have copper conductive wire that can be used as trap and snare wire. They also have 8-pound monofilament line, and they also have braided waxed jute for fire starting. One of our favorite mobile and unpowered methods of sharpening a knife has got to be the Work Sharp guided field sharpener. And I know this thing's been around for a long time, but this is just a stupid cool item that is, we like it because it's mobile, it's not heavy, it's easy to use, and you have, you know, rough stone, the finer grit stone, you've got the leather strap, we have the ceramic rods, it can do fish hooks, it can do broadhead arrows. There's just a lot of things this can do in such a small kit, and at its price point, I believe it's like 20 to 25 bucks. It's just a really good idea to keep on you, especially if you keep this in your pack. You're going to be, there's almost no knife you can't sharpen with this system. The next two items on our list are in the same category. They are for camp cooking. But this item is the ReadyMan Pocket Survival Stove. And this one comes in at about 29 bucks, so it's pushing that $30 limit. But we feel for what it offers you as its singular purpose of being a survival stove, it really fits the bill for compact and lightweight carry. And when it's all put together and set up, it looks just like this. What I like about that is while you're using that stove to cook with, they actually give you 2 additional cards. in that ReadyMan kit, which is really nice. So you get stuff for your shelter, hunting and fishing and everything like that. But if you ever need to tear this thing down, you're good to go. Like, I mean, it's really not very big at all, but it'll definitely hold some of the items you need. And for example, this is a Klean Kanteen, so it can support the weight pretty simply. Now, if you're wanting something a little more substantial than the ReadyMan stove, I don't blame you one bit. It is on the small side, but if you're looking to minimize weight in the absolute most ridiculous sense, definitely go that route. But if you want something a little more substantial without spending a lot of money, this has got to be one of our most recommended kits. This is a foldable camp cooker that we got on Amazon about 2 years ago. We've never seen anybody really talk about it or review it, but we love this thing. When it's all said and done, it unfolds to a pretty substantial size. You'll be able to stick a lot of good, really nice tinder up in there, and we've had no issues using these. We have about 3 of these. The great thing we love about them is they're about $12.99. We did look on Amazon today though, and we realized that for whatever reason they're not in stock, but this is still one of our highest recommended items. Definitely keep your eye out for them. The label for Amazon will be known as Outdoor Camp Cooker. On the same lines of camp cooking, this has got to be one of our favorite items that we got in a recent battle box, and we got to check this out. This is the Wildo Camp-A-Box. So as it comes, it looks like a storage container. Oh, because that's what it is. However, when you open it up, there's a lot of goodies inside, and this is the complete setup. You get a cutting board for processing your camp food. You have a spoon, spork, knife thing. I don't even know if you can call that a spork because it technically has a plastic knife. We love that compact design. You have a seasoning shaker for salt and pepper. They give you these Folda cups. This one could be used more like a bowl. This one's definitely more cup related, and we figured out how to use it finally. But it literally just unfolds like that, and you can pop in some liquid coffee, tea, pine needle tea, water, whatever your heart's desire is. And let's say you are out in the morning and you're cooking a morning meal. You can do something like oatmeal or soup or anything. You can definitely put that in there once you have actually used your cooking set. Then you have your spot to eat your food, like your plate and bowl, and then when you're done, if you want to save it for later, you've got a storage container. Next up, now this item is just a fraction over $30, and the only reason we put it in there is because the extra $2 to $4 is totally worth it in our opinion, and that is the survival tabs. Now we did a review on these a little while back on the channel, but this is 180 chewable food tabs, and what we like about them is it's very compact. They taste amazing. My entire family loves them. But if you're in a survival situation and you're not in a very good position for lots of food and water, being able to maximize and ration and keep track of all of your food items is critical in my opinion. So having these survival tabs in individual tabs, a quantifiable item that you can divide and ration out among yourself and other people that may be in your group or your family. But what we like about it is that size right there is relatively the same size as some awesome survival food, which is the SOS emergency food rations. But here's the thing is these are only set up for 3 days, and this is set up in an absolute emergency for 15 days. The next item on the list is got to be my new favorite gloves on the planet. These are my Ironclad EXO impact gloves. You saw this on some of my knife testing videos and my Cold Steel 4max video, but we love these gloves because they literally give us the most accurate and most comfortable fit of any impact gloves we have used for knife and tool testing. And the reason why we like wearing gloves obviously is for safety, but these actually fit really well. I still get really good articulation with them. They're not overly, like, you know, they're not too big or too small. They fit literally just right. Next on our list has got to be our top favorite item on the table today, which could be replaced as soon as sometime. But these are the Boss Kits by Stanford Outdoor Supply. If you haven't seen these bad boys in action, definitely go down to my best $20 bug out kits, and these are pre-made bug out kits. This is a 127 piece fishing and hunting kit, and Boss Kit stands for bug out and survival supplement. And they also have a 33 piece fire starting kit. Now we just got word a couple days ago that they are releasing two new kits, which is navigation and shelter. Now those kits are going to be a little more expensive than 20 bucks. However, they're going to be larger in size due to the amount of items and the type of items they will be including. The next item is extremely useful. And the reason why we like this is because it is a part of our water purification kit that we built about 2 years ago now. This is the Klean Kanteen. It's a very popular, very well-known kit. As you can see, we've used it and cooked with it several times. But we love this because this is a 40-ounce bottle, single-wall stainless steel. And if you're wondering what we've got in there for survival items, we actually have stuffed, packed full of water packets. Now, the reason we did that instead of putting water in it, as I'm hoping that is going to be abundantly clear, is that type of water is Mylar packaged and sealed and designed to last up to 5 years. So what that does is gives us emergency drinking water that is safe to drink inside the kit, so then we can use that for later storage. If an emergency or a camping situation arises, we can filter and clean and boil the water and then fill that canteen at a later point. But if we run into an emergency, we want to be able to actually have drinkable water right now. This comes from my buddy Chris Deslow from Missouri. Sorry, I'm just messing with you. This is his Fatwood and Firesteel kit. And he is a new kid to Amazon, but it comes with a paracord lanyard, and we love his Firesteels and his Fatwood. The Fatwood that he's using from the pine, or whatever wood he's getting this from, I believe it's pine. It's just a very, very high resonated amount of Fatwood. Now, you've seen his Fatwood ferro rods on the channel before, and those things are just massive. But we wanted to include this in the list because we love this setup. For about 16 bucks, you get a good chunk of paracord, you get a carabiner to carry all that stuff on it, you get a nice huge chunk of Fatwood, and a huge half-inch thick ferro rod for not a lot of money. This has got to be one of the best ones we have found. This is the Brunton 7. And oh man, this compass has just literally got it all. It's just a really nice built compass that we feel is very thought out. It's got the signal mirror already attached into it. You can use this for map reading if you need to. It's got all the little tools you need in a very small package. Plus the lanyard is just a super, super nice touch. But the best part about that is under 30 bucks and it's extremely lightweight. And if you are testing and using that in a camping situation and you ever break it for any reason, God forbid, because we know it's not made of metal, steel, or aluminum or anything. It's not completely encased. You just tell Brunton, they replaced it, no questions asked. This is the Mora Swedish fire knife. We love the fact that it has a nice sheath with the drainage hole, but this is just a really good light duty knife. It is super, super sharp spine for lighting the ferro rod that they give you in the handle. And that's also something we love, the fact is you get a fire rod. So having a Firesteel, a really good ergonomic knife design, something that comes really, really, really sharp for doing small, light camping chores and processing food if you need to, because it is made of stainless steel. Just the guys over at Mora and Light My Fire and that whole company, the whole set of companies down there, do a really, really good job. For about 20 bucks for a fixed blade knife of that quality, we can't recommend that thing enough. This is the ever popular Bahco Laplander Folding Saw, and as you can see, I've been using this thing a lot, and I use it like all the time. So we love the fact that it's really lightweight. The saw blades are replaceable. It does lock out, and you can lock it in so it doesn't just come out, which is a really nice safety precaution. They always come with a lanyard, and it has established itself as the benchmark for high-value, budget-friendly folding saws. Now, keep in mind, it's the benchmark for budget-friendly. And then next up is a slightly different design, but it's very similar in size and very similar in weight. This is the Grizz Saw by Outdoor Edge. We got this in a pack, but we love the fact it comes with a sheath. We actually like the feeling of being able to hold the saw just like this. It was really easy to do. You can replace the saw blades very simply. The sheath is kind of nice. We kind of like it actually. And it literally locks the sheath in, so this thing is not coming out. And they could be a little bit more robust with the keychain, but that's not bad at all. But like I said, for such a budget-friendly tool, we couldn't fault this item at all. Now, keep in mind, this is the kickoff episode. This is only episode 1, and we're going to be introducing a lot of items, and items will be evolving and changing as new items come out and we discover and get more stuff into the channel. But what we really want to know is, what do you think of the items that we chose? Now, granted, this is only stuff that we've had a chance to bring in ourselves for our channel for testing and things that we use personally, so we don't have access to the bazillions amount of gear that is out there. But we feel that all the gear on the table is stuff that we know that you could rely on if you are a budget-friendly and budget-savvy person who doesn't have a lot of money to spend, but you want quality gear. And as always, we are going to drop a bunch of video and Amazon links down in the description box below. And the beautiful thing, and we love your guys' support for this so much because you guys have been showing up in such a major way, those Amazon links do not raise your end user prices, but they do directly support this channel and help us keep doing what we're doing and making videos for you guys. But that just about does it for now. I hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. And oh, if you want to see more of this, definitely throw this video a big thumbs up. I'm out.